I know you've been talking about it, tweeting about the noises that people have been hearing with all this cold. Some of you are hearing pops or even loud booms. I know that when we talked about it, some of you emailed us or you're on our Facebook talking about it. They're likely frost quakes happening across southern New England. And NBC 10 meteorologist RJ Heim is here taking a precise look at what's going on.
This week's quakes in the same area south of Danielson where the January swarm happened, total this year now 13. And the more localized frost quakes are like night and day. Tuesdays were all, just like the others, clustered near the WJAR fault, a system of relatively shallow faults that run through eastern Connecticut.
Stress that has been around and just finally gave way.
Frost quakes, on the other hand, happen not on or near a particular fault, but are close to the topsoil in comparison, and caused by water that freezes when it seeps into the ground through cracks in the rock.
And that causes undue stress on the surrounding ground, and either you can have ice that's breaking or you can have the ground that actually fractures.
That sometimes produce a booming sound, but not necessarily a blip on a seismograph because there may not be a sensor nearby. Even though a recent Connecticut quake, for example, covers an area a fraction of a mile, a frost quake is even much smaller. Maybe as small as a car. For example, with a deep snowpack, melting during the day, then another night below zero, the liquid water freezing in the ground creates frost quakes. Potholes are a small-scale prime example.
And these are frost heaves. And so basically ice is expanding and it's causing warping of the road, and sometimes it cracks the road as well.
Both reminders that we don't live on solid ground, although not along the bigger notorious plate boundary like the San Andreas either. RJ Heim, NBC 10 News in Kingston.
All right, RJ Heim with some interesting perspective, maybe answering some of your questions, right? And of course, Storm Team 10 is all over the forecast and the winter that we're here having. Mark's full forecast is coming up, and of course, info 24/7 on turnto10.com. All right, now.